Hello, Shin. Do you hear me? This is not therapy. I'm calling you from the other side.
Yes. To those listening, Austere right now is in the upside down.
You
Yes.
love Stranger Things. That was your personality back in 2016.
Somebody on YouTube commented na Netflix is the McDonald's of streaming services. And I was like,
Oh,
fuck yes, it is. It is.
why? Why do you say
I
that?
mean, it's a crowd pleaser. It's whatever people will think is cool
Mm,
and
mm.
tasty. But afterwards, it's like the nuggets. The TV shows are like nuggets. Now you keep eating it to feel satisfied, but you will never be satisfied enough.
They say that Disney Plus will be coming to the Philippines. So is Disney Plus gonna be the Jollibee?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're already both corporate demons, so they have
Uh,
that in common.
I know our favorite streaming website, and it's HBO Go.
You know what I love about HBO Go? And this
I
is not
know.
even a joke. It's the fact that there's limited content. And it's healthy in a way na you don't get content paralysis. There's like 20 TV shows in HBO Go.
As the saying goes, when the content is low, you are content. But
Wow. Is that a real quote? I actually like that.
no, but you can use it when you're dead. That could be in your epitaph. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I've been making a lot of dead jokes and
Yes.
suicide jokes because I have not been feeling optimal as
Yes.
of the
You
moment.
know what
And my
makes me
brain,
sad? I feel like
yeah.
we're on opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm doing pretty well socially,
Mm.
romantically, I guess, and in other ways. And meanwhile, my best friend Austere is like really going through a shit puddle right now.
My the way you said it, my best friend Austere, it's like you're not talking to me, and like the listeners of this podcast don't know my name. And I've been off my meds.
That's the main cause of conflict right now. And I feel the difficult part of not getting your meds is not only the clinical effects of it, but also the idea that you cannot get your meds is in itself making a person feel worse, right?
Yeah. It's like, oh, I can't afford my medication this month because I spent my money on something else, and
Yes.
I didn't budget my month. So like my brain is a little foggy, and I feel like
Is it
things are slow.
is it hard to concentrate? Is it like or to motivate yourself? Is it that?
Yeah. It's hard to concentrate. Even now, like I have to look at your face and see like the beauty. It
Me too.
radiates and it heals my
I
brain.
know. It's your only saving grace right now.
Yeah.
Those scenes in like Grey's Anatomy when
Mm,
someone is being brought back to life and it's dark and there's a beacon of light, a tiny beacon of light that
mhm.
they see from the other side. That's my face to austere.
I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy, so
Me
I'll
too.
just
I have no idea. I don't know if that happens ever in Grey's Anatomy.
I'll just equate it to the 3 p.m. prayer of ABS-CBN.
Yes. And to those of you wondering why is Austere struggling financially, he likes collecting those stationary notebooks and cards with quotes that are wrong grammar, like
Mhm.
family is a memorable things.
Food is pleasuring. I don't know. I don't know what to feel like actually. Like that that's the hard thing about depression is like you have this certain sense of dread and awfulness, and
Uh-huh.
even though you make jokes and laugh, it's really hard. Oh my god. I think I make jokes more and I laugh more when I'm depressed.
It's true because
That's
it's a way to cope.
not even a way to cope. It's me making sure that I'm not vulnerable, making sure that I'm hiding behind.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably our most vulnerable episode. We
Yeah.
are we are open wounds right now, and this is our eighth episode. Those who listen to us from the beginning, they already know us.
People I don't know or people that I know a little bit know me more than I know them. And I don't like that. I'm angry.
Even in my end, there's some things that even us as friends we don't really get to talk about. But for some reason, when we do this show, we kind of feel more open about it. What I actually want to talk about this week is that this past week I've been very generous. I've been very giving. Like, for example, I have a friend who has nephews and nieces who like drawing, and they don't have a lot of comics, they don't have a lot of books, and I happen to have some books that I don't read anymore, I don't care for anymore, so I gave it away to them. They're from QC, so like they're so happy about it, and it reminded me of myself as a kid. Now I wanted to draw a lot, I wanted to have comics and shit, but we never had any money. So it felt good that the stuff I don't need anymore went somewhere good. And then another thing, also book related. My nieces asked me to buy them children's books. They're like 3 and 4 years old because they don't have any more. Like they've read and read and read the ones they had. Let's divert our attention to other people in need. This week, we're gonna talk about indulgence, about going into something that favors our pleasure and desire, and just trying to look for what will give us joy. I feel like the act of searching for joy is not actually a joyful act in itself.
Indulgence for me is impulsive, and it usually is destructive then, because
Hmm.
you wanna consume something beyond your limits. Indulgence for me has bad connotations.
Well, that's overindulgence now. People become addicted due to indulgence. People cheat on others due to indulgence. We lie for indulgence, right? But at the same time, why do people end up destroying things just to indulge? It's such a inborn need, from the desire of milk to the desire of having toys as a kid to having the best pencil case in school. Life is a series of pursuing indulgences. That's why I think it's important for us to talk about it.
All right, so let's get on to the show. Shin, can you please read the first letter for me?
Okay, the first letter is from Uniqlo.
Oh,
Wow.
my favorite brand, Uniqlo.
Uniqlo is a she from Cavite, 20-year-old Libra. The title is I Think I'm Gonna Die Alone. Hi, Shin and Austere. Simple problem. I've been single all my life. It's not that I never tried getting into a relationship, but I just couldn't fully commit to one. I've been into dating apps scene since I was 18, so it's 2 years. But nothing really came out of it except old matches turning into Facebook friends or followers. They tend to bore me rin because I don't know, lackluster nung mga natitipuhan ko. However, ang masaklap lang is sobra naman akong ma-infatuate sa isang tao. Like, I cling to people if I ever found them desirable. For example, right now, I think I still have feelings for a dude I met when I was in senior high, even though he has a boyfriend. Sa tingin nyo ba it's all connected? I honestly want to feel what it's like to be in a legit relationship, but I can't seem to find one.
Oh, that was such a fake O. But but anyway, I can resonate with Uniqlo because I was like that then. That if I become infatuated with someone, I imagine all sorts of futures with that person and wanting that person. But now I don't give a shit. Like if you want if you
Jesus.
want to unfriend me or if you want to block me, I don't care anymore. Maybe this is just the mental illness talking, but if someone doesn't want to be around you, then it's fine. You don't have to shove yourself to be with them. Why do you want to do that. Because here, she says that she still has feelings for a guy who has a boyfriend. Well, Uniqlo, I want you to realize that that's never gonna happen, babe.
So yeah, yun nga eh. I wonder if that's a typo or yung crush ni girl is really a guy with a boyfriend.
I feel like there are a lot of girls who are like that. Because
Yeah.
in the past, there were girls who would have a crush on me. I would be like, oh, girl,
Sorry,
hi.
yeah.
Can you hear my voice? Like, can you see? Can you see how I dress myself? I'm not wearing cargo pants. We
Yeah.
can't be together.
When we haven't gotten a relationship, after some period of time, we immediately go to that thing where it's like something's wrong with me, 'di ba? It's always that. That's always our conclusion every time we don't get what we want. Sabi niya nga, is it all connected? I can't seem to find one. So I feel like we as a society, as a nation, we need to stop that kind of thinking na when we don't have anyone, it's because something's wrong with us. I'm sure she's gonna hate me saying this, but you're so young. You're just 20 years old. You've been using dating apps since you were 18. And this is a
Yeah.
problem with kids today. I taught grade 10 students a few years ago, and they're already in fucking Tinder, faking their ages to be on Tinder. So I feel like now more than ever, young people are not allowed to feel young, with the wokeness, with the relationshipness, with the sexuality. It weirds me out when I have students who are my Facebook friends and they whine about, oh, I've been single all my life. Parang, you're a toddler, you're an infant. And I know that's just an illusion of me being an old person now.
You have to decide for yourself if you want to be that kind of person.
I think dating and having boyfriend, girlfriend, it doesn't have to be a forever thing. I think that's overrated. If you benefit each other at that period in your lives, and you go with it,
I like that, Shin, that you go into the relationship not really thinking about your future together, but like building something with that relationship, like working together to do something or to
yeah.
improve on each other. Paaralin mo yung boyfriend mo. Ano,
What the
ikaw,
fuck?
ikaw, ikaw yung sugar mommy, o, di ba?
Jesus Christ, and she's 20 or magaling siya sa math and you're bad at
Oh,
math.
yeah. Ikaw yung
Baka,
gumawa.
oh,
Ikaw yung
look
gumawa ng thesis
look
niya.
for someone who knows stat. I think she's straight. And I feel like that's a problem then with straight relationships na. There's
Mm.
this over-imposing thing na you're gonna marry your boyfriend now. And
Mm.
it's such a nasty thing to approach things with. And there are TikToks saying, I only date people when I see future with them. How about
Oo.
no? More like I only date people because they can treat me to Starbucks.
Because
Oh,
straight people kasi have markers in their lives. Like,
I know.
by age 25, I want to get married or something like that. Not age 25, but like by age 35, I'm going to get pregnant. By age
Yeah.
40, there are stuff like that. And like queer people don't have that because,
Yeah. Which is both a good and bad thing.
And one last thing, Uniqlo. People always die alone. Charot, don't think about, like death and dying alone. You will always have someone with you.
You're a girl, you're 20, girl, everybody wants you. Are you kidding me?
All right. So thank you so much, Uniqlo. I hope.
Good luck.
So now it's time for our second letter. Second letter time. Do you like that, Shin? Uh, oh my God. Shin is choking on his saliva.
That's the most depressing thing I've heard this week. Okay, Austere, please read it to me and then
this
deactivate
let
your account.
this letter is from Miss Crackers, and the male subject is Loki offended. So she's a she, her, they, them. 24 Aquarius from Milan. Milan. So she says, I've been chatting with someone lately. It's the kind of casual talks and just chilling, But last night I was feeling like diving into deeper conversations and sharing my thoughts, but my chatmate suddenly wanted to change topics. I got flustered and apologized. It wasn't a big deal since I always really enjoyed the attention and the replies from them, but I soon cut the conversation and told them I was going to sleep. Having my thoughts just hanging out there, not being delivered to anyone, felt like mind pollution, and it kept me awake almost all night. I understand that they didn't have the energy to tackle the argument, and I respect that, but I guess I'm here to casually whine about it. So thanks for having this platform. Have a nice day for both. Oh,
This is actually her second letter. So she's really making the most out of this therapy podcast.
yeah. She's like, I'm feeling I have mind pollution right now.
Yeah.
Let me
Let
contact these two gays.
yeah, exactly. And we support that approach. Yeah, that's how you use us. Okay, so basically there's something she wanted to talk about with this guy, but
Mm.
then the guy parang wasn't into that kind of conversation. Oh, I wish we know the topic. No, I wonder what it was.
Based on the words that she said argument. It's probably some heavy shit. I guess they have opposite views.
I've been through this many times. I have a strong opinion on literally everything in this
Mm.
world. Sometimes there's something you want to discuss with someone, but they are not equipped enough for it or they don't really care for it. It really is a boner killer. Parang, okay, who do I talk to this with?
But Shin, she says that mind pollution bothers her. She wanted to let it out, but she couldn't because the guy ended the conversation. What could she do about it?
You try to feel the topic again with him at some point. Austere, what's your take on stuff that, let's say, you like someone, but there are some topics that you can't talk to that person about? Is that okay with you, or is it a deal breaker?
Someone is asking me like a deeply personal question or like a question that I'm not prepared to
Yeah,
answer.
like a political thing, maybe, or some
Mm.
a global issue, but it's not something you don't feel like talking about, or vice versa.
I can just say that, it's okay to kill children.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are asking for it. If you ask me.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm just JK rolling. I'm a very bad conversationalist because I want to impress the other person. So
Ew.
I'm gonna research the topic, like, ooh, what's this about? And then
Mm.
I'm gonna give my opinion on it. I want them to like me. I'm that kind of person, so I'm not really gonna avoid it.
Austere, it's time for therapy theater. Theater. Tim, I know we haven't talked the whole day because I was
Mm.
busy. I live in Milan. I've been working as a boat throughout the day. So what do you think of mitochondria being proclaimed as the powerhouse of the cell? Don't you think we are overlooking the nuclei, the protons and electrons when we call a particular substance the powerhouse? Isn't it kind of too supremacist? Like, what do you think of mitochondria supremacy in its political implications?
Crack, sorry, pero
Mm-hmm.
I'm a believer of Nietzsche kasi, and
Uh-huh.
I don't really want to talk about that. Everything is pointless, and we're all here to suffer. So I don't care about powerhouses and the cells.
You know what, Tim? I'm not mad. Don't take this the wrong way, but don't you think that's part of the problem? Like one of the reasons why chemistry is such a male-dominated space is because of guys like you who dismiss everything just because you've read Nietzsche's Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Like, isn't that, don't you think
Yeah.
that's a little too lazy of you?
Actually, I work in the field of medicine. You know how many times patients have asked me what I think about the mitochondria? Guess. Guess how many?
I mean, if the square root of 95 would be divided by the hypotenuse of, say, the atomic distributions of a cell, 1s, 2s, 2p, 4?
Not even four.
How many?
Five.
Oh no! Damn!
You know how hard it is for me
Damn! I'm
to
sorry.
talk about that. I don't want to argue about this because I've been arguing the whole day. And you bring this up when I just want to talk about your day as a ferry boat? I
Tim,
can't.
Tim, you're scaring me. Put the scalpel down. Tim, okay, please, I'm gonna step back. Okay, I might have been a little insensitive, but it's just I thought of you as someone I can open up to with things that bother me. The
I've
politics.
been opening up bodies every day. This couple has been handed down from my great great grandfather. I have never sterilized this scalpel.
Listen, I just then what is this? What do we have? I've been wondering all this time. I've been telling my friends about us, and they ask me, Cracks, what is Tim to you? And what are you to Tim? I don't know what to tell them.
Tim goes down on one knee and then he presents Cracks with the wedding ring.
Tim,
Marry me.
Tim,
Please
oh my god.
let me be the only man who will ignore your questions for the rest of our lives.
Tim, I've always wanted to meet a guy who would neglect all my personal needs and think of me as a person without intellect or my own volition. Yes, Tim, yes.
But to their 50th anniversary,
Now that you're bedridden and you cannot walk anymore, you cannot run away from this conversation anymore. Tim, what do you think of mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell? No, no, doctor! Doctor, come here! Oh no! Final problem for episode 8. This is a letter from Gina. She's 23, a Gemini. Third culture kid dilemma.
hmm,
Dear Not Therapy, I fucking hate the fact that I do not have social stability and the idea of my own home, up to the point it affects my mental health and drives my sanity to suicidal tendencies. I feel displaced and the odd one out. How I fucking wish that I had certainty and assurance all the time, or even just a tinge. I am angsty and rebellious, uncertain of my future, and hopeless in terms of forming meaningful bonds. I want to trade this life of exploration and amusement with something conventional and stationary. I want to feel like I belong. I want to feel loved. I want to feel protected. I want to feel the same thing, same place every day, all in a fucking constant and tangible form. Gina is a she and 23 years old.
where is she from, she?
South Asian country.
Oh, so she says that she's a third culture kid. A third culture kid is someone who was raised in another environment that is different from their parents. So for example, mga Phil-Am,
Mga
like their
children of immigrants.
I'm not a child of an immigrant, but I can relate to this one in a local setting. I'm from the province and I've always felt like I didn't belong anywhere. When I was born, my parents couldn't afford to raise me, so they let my aunt adopt me for 4 years. When it was time for me to come back to my home, my adopted father told me that I should sulk. that I should throw tantrums so that I could come back to my adopted family.
Wow. Wow.
They wanted to keep me. So I've always been in this kind of transitionary space. In elementary, I didn't go to my local school. I went to another school that is
Mm.
like 40 minutes away. All of my classmates were friends with each other. Like they have bonds together. And I'm like, hi,
Uh-huh.
can I join you? And that has been the pattern ever since. I still feel like I don't belong. Of course, I belong with you and
Oh.
Weena and my other friends, but I don't belong in Manila. I don't know anyone here.
Yeah, and then when you're in your province, it also doesn't feel like home because people there don't think
Uh-huh.
like you. People there don't operate the way you do. They don't have the same interests. How do you deal with that, Austere? That feelings that you have like hers?
You need to have like a specialty or like a focus, like a field of focus. For example, my saving grace is writing. So I belong in the writing community. If you like cosplay, if you like
K-pop.
right, like build a community or look for a community that is like a cornerstone of stability for you.
I recently read Jeanette Winterson's autobiography, and she
Mm,
talked about home a lot because she was adopted and she grew up in this very Protestant, Catholic, strict household and community where everyone goes to the same church. She never felt like she belonged there because she was lesbian and she's adopted nga. And so what she talked about that struck me and reminds me of the things she said, she learned that home is not necessarily a location. I think the challenge is not to force where you are to be your place, but more on to look outward or like just sometimes we just have to accept that this is not my thing. This is not who I am or where ayun nga she doesn't feel like she belong there. Like make it a constant exploration for you. And
yeah,
maybe in a way, like Jeanette Winterson, who became a writer, make it into your fire. Don't think of it as your weakness. Make it what motivates you to keep looking and to find your people and love when you found things that you're okay with. Put your spirit into it, like love it with all your heart. And it's never too late to keep pursuing that. Like Austere, let me speak for him a bit. Like there's so much sacrifices for Austere to be where he is now, which is not even the best place still, but it's so easy for him and wherever he is now. What also admire about him is that he's not giving up on what he wants to be or who he wants to be. I'm not the person to say this, but you really need to make some sacrifices to explore and to find yourself because it's easier for some compared to others.
when you find your people, that will be the most amazing thing that will happen to you.
Hmm. Austere, when you were 23, did you just move to Manila?
Yeah, I can say 100% that I found my people. It's such a blessing.
It doesn't
Wow.
mean it's easier, but at least.
At least there are people who look out for you.
So, Gina, good luck and update us on your journey.
Yeah, please update us.
Okay, Austere. So, to add to Gina's letter, again, indulgence, right?
Mm.
Pursue, pursue whatever you feel you desire or what will make you feel gratified.
To everyone who has written before and we've talked about your letter, give us an update. We would love to hear how you're
Oh, yeah.
doing now.
Even DM us on Instagram. Now that we have helped our listeners indulge in their feelings and hopes and desires and dreams and pain, it's time for our favorite segment called Gay Stalking Shit. You've known her for her roles in American Horror Story and A Star is Born. But do you know that Lady Gaga is also a singer? My mama told me when I was young, honey, we're getting a divorce. She put my head in the bathtub. Listen to me when I say,
I'm beautiful in my way. I have depression. I can't sleep at night. It's my personality. I have insomnia. I have anxiety. I drink my meds and it's my personality. Lady Gaga's first solo album, Born This Day. There ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. Mental illness is my personality. Available now on iTunes, Spotify, and TikTok. Download today.
Okay, talking shit. So for me, I am sick of people pretending like all babies are cute. Not all babies are cute, Austere. This is me being brave and
Uh,
vulnerable and willing to go against the grain of the public. Some babies are, it's not their peak. It's not their, some high school where some people, high school is not their peak. Being an infant is not their peak. I met with a friend recently. She posts her baby a lot online, and the baby online is okay. It's a child. But then I met the baby in real life. Girl, it's fucking baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is cute as an alien, right? When an actual Homo sapien looks like Baby Yoda, it's not fucking appealing. This baby has huge eyes, huge mouth, huge teeth, huge ears. And that's not me making fun of the child. I'm serious right now. Objectively speaking, we as a society will never progress if we do not accept the fact that some babies should be kept inside and out of the internet until they develop themselves as a more human person. Some babies need to stop. Like stop.
stop existing or just stop
Just oh
being
no. The
babies.
I don't even have an issue with the toddler himself, but the parents should stop choking their friends online down with photographs, and not everything your baby does is cute for the world to see. It's cute for you when your baby eats ice cream and it's messy. It's cute when your baby's learning saying mama mama, but we don't give a shit. We have more problems to deal with. You can't keep using your baby to feel good about yourself in social media. Guys, if you agree with me, please tweet with the hashtag fuck your ugly baby 2022. Austere, what do you want to talk shit about?
I want to talk shit about landlords. I hate landlords. I hate how they operate in the Philippines. Like I've been renting forever. Like the I'm a landlord enthusiast.
He's a connoisseur.
Yeah, I really, 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 really hate the concept of owning land and getting money from that. Oh, so gross. But like I don't have property here. So what the fuck am I gonna do? Living in a rented apartment,
Mm.
it's hard. One of my socket exploded and I can't use it anymore. And
Uh-huh.
that socket is for my cooking. So I have to drag my long ass extension cord just to cook. And then just a couple of weeks ago, like my smoke alarm just went off without any reason. Like I'm not a smoker.
Yeah.
I wasn't burning anything
Yeah.
inside my
It's like
apartment.
it's like the smoke alarm was delayed for a couple of days from the time
Yeah,
your socket exploded.
true, 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 true. I burn sage and I burn Palo Santo, but I don't like burn it under the smoke alarm. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
crazy. And you know what they did? They removed the battery from the smoke alarm. That's their solution, to remove the battery from the
Yeah.
smoke alarm.
Yeah.
So now, if there's a fire and I'm asleep, get ready to eat austere lechon. Knock on wood,
Yeah.
knock on wood. Sometimes cockroaches are a problem, especially in apartments, because,
Yeah.
what if your neighbors are gross? They don't actually do anything about that. Oh, there are cockroaches here? Nice, bro. My lights are super dim. Like, I want new lights. I have to buy the lights and I have to
Yeah.
install them myself.
Jesus Christ. And you pay so much for that place.
So, landlords, if you're listening, go fuck yourself. I
Yeah,
hope you burn in hell.
I know. And just the idea of the whole point of like apartments is that it's for people who don't have enough. That's why they're renting, di ba? Thus your approach to it is, oh, because they don't have a choice, let's make it expensive.
Yes, Philippine landlords think that you owe them for letting you rent in their apartment. They think that they're saving you. Anyways, Shin, I
Yeah,
think I'm that's it. That's it. I'm not gonna say anything else because I'm really like burning.
fuming.
So this episode was really
Raw. And what's exciting about this, everyone, is that Austere will be the one to edit this. So he's gonna go through everything like three more times, all the pain and suffering that it's like if Jesus Christ had to make a same day edit of his crucifixion.
that's really good. I wanna use that for like my wedding. So
Yeah.
thank you so much everyone. And again, please send us letters of
Yeah.
rants, of problems, of updates. If you wanna compliment us, like we'll take
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah. Just, let us know that in this world full of pain and hurt, that there are still people who are willing to listen to each other, which is why we did this in the first place.
So thank you so much everyone.
Have a good
Goodbye.
time.